What is going on, guys? Dizzy Dan here. Welcome back into the channel and welcome to episode number 16 of Disney Fiasco. As you can tell, this is a new environment for me. This is my new apartment. So hopefully you guys really enjoy the new environment here. But we are here. We are back once again for Disney Fiasco. Unfortunately, Megan cannot join us tonight. She is still in Walt Disney World, but we've done a swap. Megan was here last week, but welcome back, my partner channel, Corey Fiasco. How are you doing, my friend? It's good to see you.
Good, man. It is good to be back. Glad to be back here on your channel for Disney Fiasco talking about food. That's going to be our topic this weekend is food, so I'm sure we're both excited about that. And yeah, Megan is actually our other partner. Megan is over in Walt Disney World right now at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, sporting a costume made by Cargo, yours truly Cargo, and it is a fantastic costume. You got to go check it out if you haven't already seen it.
Yeah, it's just, if you haven't checked out her channel, she did a very small stream yesterday, so please go check her out. And her costume is amazing. But who have we got in the chat? We've got Sooner Girl, we got Adams Land, we got the Brights, Dennis, Lisa M. We have also Pin Traders. We got Nick from Magical News Live. What is going on, my friend? He did a great stream earlier on today, deciding which was better, Team Disney or Team Universal. That's another conversation for another time. But it's good to see everybody. It's been a crazy week, as you can tell. New environment, new Wi-Fi, new everything. I did a thing yesterday so about saying how I just got Wi-Fi, so it's good. I am in the middle of getting a new camera, so hopefully it'll be less blurry for you guys. Hey Human Person is watching Pocahontas at the moment. That's awesome. So you're watching two very good one live stream, one video, but it's good to see everybody. But it's episode number 16 and it's taken 16 episodes to talk about food fully. I mean, I know, right? Every single show we talk about food a little bit, but for me it has taken 16 episodes to sit down and talk to you about my favorite thing, and that's food. And I'm so excited. Everyone in the chat, I look forward to hearing your opinions about food at Disney. Please remember to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you know every time that I go live. And please check out my partner channels, Corey Fiasco, who is with me right now, as well as Mickey's Magic, who is at Disney right now. We have WDW2 here from Wales. They were just at Disney World. They did some great mini vlogs. Timothy Rainwaters, what is going on, my friend? So when we were deciding on what kind of list we wanted to do tonight, we were thinking of 3 categories: food, service, and atmosphere. Now, we didn't want to choose anything with characters in it, and we wanted it all to be sit-down table service restaurants. So none of these restaurants will have character meet and greets in it. It will just be the food, the atmosphere, and the service. So hopefully you guys can comment and see what you guys think about our lists. But as normal, we normally go with ladies first, but Megan is not here, so we're going to skip Megan and head straight to Corey. What is your first pick, my friend?
Well, I am the prettiest princess in the room, so
that is true. I mean, I'm more of the beast at the moment with my beard, but
so like Dan mentioned, we're kind of picking our choices based on service, how good the food is, and the atmosphere. So taking all those things into consideration, my first pick just has to be a given. Now, the food here is absolutely phenomenal. While the menu is kind of hit or miss, the good things on the menu are really good. And for some people, not me in particularly, but if you like the more adventurous stuff, they're all good. But I chose the Jungle Skipper Canteen. Now, I chose the Jungle Skipper Canteen because it hits on all 3 of those points, nail on the head, so good. The food is fantastic, although, like I said, some of it's a little bit adventurous, so be careful and ask the cast member serving you about the menu items that you're interested in first, because you might come out with an entire fish with like the face and everything. So if that's not something you're into, be advised of that. But the service is absolutely amazing. The servers actually portray the same role as portrayed on the Jungle Cruise ride. So they're like skippers, the Jungle Skipper Canteen. They're like skippers from the Jungle Cruise, and they have that same kind of like friendly, joking, funny type of attitude while serving you. And then the atmosphere is just, it's awesome because you're inside of like an adventurer's lounge. So it's meant to be like some sort of adventurer's lounge, and there's like 4 different dining rooms that you can dine in. So there's like the main area, and then there's like the trophy room. And so it's like every time you go to eat there, you might get an entirely different experience based on the room that you're sat in. And there's just all sorts of awesome hidden Easter eggs and awesome wall decor all over the restaurant. It just really makes for an awesome meal. And plus, you're inside of the heart of the Magic Kingdom and the heart of Adventureland. And after you're done with your fantastic dinner, you have the opportunity to walk right outside and get Dole Whip if you so choose.
Dude, like, you just hit a home run right there. Not only did you choose a restaurant that I didn't pick because I knew you were going to pick it, but you had to throw in Dole Whip as well there. So already you're hitting like 3, 5, 10 points already. Dude, like, the thing is about the Jungle Cruise Skipper Canteen, when it first opened, I was so pumped. I was like ready to go. It was going to be based around the Jungle Cruise. But typically in the Magic Kingdom, the food is good. Like, there are other places I would go to for food. And I went there for the first year that it opened, and I loved it for all the 3 reasons that we spoke about. The food is amazing. I had this beef mac and cheese, like, oh dude, it was amazing. I could have had that all day. And they did like wings. It was just, and I also went this year and I had this like Asian noodle salad that was really nice as well. Thank you, Sherry, for sharing and liking the video. The service, like you said, again, really brings out the characters. They're not servers, they're characters. They are skippers, as if they just got off the Jungle Cruise and came to join us, literally, from there and serving us in this restaurant. And the atmosphere is fantastic. And what's really cool about the Jungle Cruise Skipper Canteen is it's part of this Adventures Club. Now, if you don't know what the Adventures Club is, everywhere around the world, not Disney World as in the world as we live in, there are restaurants that are all kind of linked together. And one of them is the Jungle Cruise Skipper Canteen. And you can actually go to somewhere like Shanghai Disney, and there's another restaurant over there. There's Tokyo Disney Sea has another restaurant there, and they all kind of link together in some different way. And it's just a really fun, kind of atmosphere. Every single cast member who works there is hysterical. So amazing first choice. I love the Jungle Cruise Skipper Canteen. I'm going to ask this every single time. Favorite thing you've eaten at each of these restaurants. So what is your favorite thing you've eaten at the Skipper Canteen?
So every single time, sometimes we get an appetizer too, but every single time my entree has been the tastes like chicken, because it is that dish. So me and Haley usually both get that paired with a Blue Moon each, and they garnish it with an orange. And that's basically our staple meal every time we go there. We probably will change it up a bit once we're living there, because we'll be there more often and we'll try new things. But that's definitely my number one. I can't get sick of it. I would never feel the need, as long as it's like on a vacation, to even try anything else, because it's just so good. But that would be my number one go-to item.
And let me just say, like, if you are watching this stream and you haven't got a snack with you or a drink, I advise that you do, because you're going to get very, very hungry. And make a list of all the things that we're saying, because you would definitely want to try it. Awesome first pick. Now, hey Juan, what is going on? So when I thought of this list, one immediately brought straight to my mind. There is no shadow of a doubt that this restaurant had to be on my list, and that was 50's Primetime Cafe. Now, let me just tick off all 3 boxes. Food, amazing. I've spoken about the fried chicken, and I've spoken about the peanut butter and jelly milkshake. It is to die for. Honestly, they are just amazing. You get the really crispiness, like fried chicken, and the juiciness of the actual chicken breast and wings, and then you got that great creamy peanut butter and jelly milkshake. Just it's so good. Like you cannot go there and not have the fried chicken. The service is like again with the Jungle Cruise Skipper Canteen, each waiter and waitress has its own role. They treat you as your cousin, and they are going to sit you at your table. You're going to have to, set the table yourself. And if you don't follow the rules, like if you have your elbows on the table, they will punish you. You might have to sing, "I'm a little teapot," or if you don't eat your green vegetables, they might come back on your dessert plate. There are so many great opportunities that you can really play around with these waiter and waitresses because if you don't really do much and just obey the rules, it's going to be a fun time. But if you deliberately put your elbows on the table, then it really starts to get really just quite amazing. And just a really fun experience. It's not just for you and your party, but everybody else in the room. And then the atmosphere, well, it's set in the 50s. So you get these old screen TVs. You have these old kind of style plates. The decor is beautiful. You get all these TVs that have the adverts. It's just a really fantastic restaurant and just probably my favorite place to go eat at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So 50s Primetime is my first pick, and it is my number one pick, and it is something when I think of character Disney experiences, that's the first thing I go to. So what do you think?
So yeah, man, that's such a great pick. I went there with my whole family, my mom, my little brother, everybody. We just had such a great time. The food, like you said, is absolutely amazing. It's great food. It's like mama's homemade cooking there in the theme parks. So if that's something that you're craving and looking for, there it is for you. And then the service, out of this world, very well themed service, and then the atmosphere too. It's just like Dan said. It's like that 50s theme, but like a 50s like family kitchen table style theme with the TV there, like you're having a TV dinner. It's just a very, very cool, well-themed restaurant with excellent food. I would argue probably arguably the best food in Hollywood studios. Brown Derby's really, really good too, but arguably it is the best food in the park. So awesome first pick.
Yeah, I think it's, and also what I found out this year was that the people who work there, so the actual waiters and waitresses, they've been there for such a long time. Like I've gone there so many times over the past decade, and they've still been there. And what I've heard was they would start off at all these quick service restaurants and then move to somewhere like Hollywood and Vine and some of the other restaurants around property. And then they would go to 50s Primetime because it's such a special and unique place that, people love to spend time there. You are a character. You are playing that role as a 50s grandma or a 50s cousin or a 50s brother to bring that entertainment factor to your meal. So, yeah, I love it. I think it's great. And what's your number one thing to eat at 50s Primetime?
Oh, definitely the fried chicken dinner.
Yeah.
That's got to be it. And I swear that on the other options here as we move on down, I'm gonna spice it up and have other options. It's right now. It seems like all I eat is fried chicken, though.
Well, it's obvious. It's obvious. The fried chicken is so good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, we are back to round two, my friend. Where are we heading? Are we heading to a resort or another park, or where are we going?
We are gonna head to another park. We're gonna head to Epcot, and we're going to move around the World Showcase. Now there are a lot of options to eat at Epcot's World Showcase, right? There's just so many. Every country has a fantastic dining option or multiple fantastic dining options. Like, this isn't my pick, but for example, France. I know there's a restaurant in France named Monsieur Paul's that isn't even their like prime dining location. It's actually located upstairs, but that's supposed to be very, very, very good. So I feel like that's just worth mentioning real quick. Monsieur Paul's is supposed to be really good. I've never had it, but it's supposed to be really good. But that's not my pick. We're going to move over to Japan. I'm going to talk about Tapenito. The reason I'm picking Tapenito is because First of all, let's talk about the service. So you walk in, you tell them how big your party is, and they bring you to your grill, your hibachi grill, right? And I'm specifically speaking on the hibachi portion of the restaurant because there's also another area you could eat at. I'm talking about the hibachi. And then you get the whole experience of the chef cooking the meal in front of you, making a volcano, having it erupt with fire and flames, cutting up the onions into Mickey Mouse and then chopping them up, doing all sorts of fun stuff. And that's just, I mean, you're basically getting a cooking show along with your meal. So it's a little bit expensive, but not too much more expensive than a regular sit-down restaurant at Disney would be. And again, you're getting that awesome show with it. Now, along with that, you're getting, for the food, so that's the service. Talk about the food. You're getting lo mein noodles, absolutely amazing lo mein noodles. You can get fried rice, absolutely amazing fried rice. Chicken, shrimp, steak, whatever your preference is, and it is absolutely amazing. They're also very good at catering to people. If you have a food allergy, they can make your food on a completely separate grill at the same time, not taking away the experience at all, and still give you an awesome, awesome dish. And it's so delicious. It's so, so delicious. I've had hibachi at so many. Hibachi is one of me and Haley's favorite things to do and eat. We eat at many different hibachis in many different locations very often. We were actually just at one recently in our town for our anniversary, our 5-year wedding anniversary. And I'm gonna tell you, Tap and Ito holds the flag as far as food quality to any hibachi you're gonna go to. It's just phenomenal. And then, I mean, talk about if you want to talk about atmosphere, they indulge you and make you feel like you're enveloped and you're actually in Japan. So not only is the food great, the service is great, but you're walking into what's supposed to be an area that's simulating actual Japan within the World Showcase. And you're going to eat in this pseudo Japan town, which is just, it's incredible. It's so cool. Once you're done with your meal, you're going to walk out and you're going to be like, wow, I just ate in Japan. It's just phenomenal. That's my number 2.
So I've never done Bennetto at all, and I don't think I've ever had hibachi at all. Like I've never. So I love the Japanese culture. I think it's marvelous. I think it's such an inspiring culture, and I really enjoy going to the Japan Pavilion. But we've never really had that. I don't know. Just never had that draw to go there. Which is bizarre, and I think what's really, so I don't like sushi, but I know for a fact that it's not just sushi. So I feel like I need to explore a little bit, and I know everyone's talking about like my first taco and whatever. So maybe this will be my first time I have hibachi. But you know, I've seen lots of people go there. I see a lot of people enjoy it, and I feel like it's something that, you know, people, if people like Asian food in general, like Chinese food and Thai, you'll find something there to eat. So I don't think I'll have a problem going to eat there. I just need to just bite the bullet and go for it. And I'm sold.
I hate sushi. I've tried sushi like 3 different times. I don't like it. And I've never had sushi there. It's always like, so it's like you get a noodle dish and they like grill that up in front of you. Fried rice, they grill that up in front of you, and then you choose like chicken, steak, or shrimp, and then they grill that up in front of you, or you can do like a combo.
Nice. I'm gonna have to just go for it next time, because I think,
well, like Hart just said, man, first you never had a taco, and now you've never had Bennetto.
We could talk about what goes in a taco and then the atmosphere of having a taco another time, but that was entertaining. But yeah, that's a great pick. I definitely am sold. I think that's what this is really all about, and just like telling people that there are other options, and I think the World Showcase is perfect in a way to show all this different cultures and different food, especially because it's what it's all about, really. So I'm gonna have to try it. Awesome, love it. So, okay, I'm heading to a resort. I'm going to choose a restaurant that, in my opinion, hey, Florida fanatics, what is going on? In my opinion, this is my favorite restaurant in the whole of Walt Disney World. And obviously, I've not tried every single restaurant. You know, I'm a massive foodie, but I don't have the money to eat it everywhere. Because I could easily say, oh, it's Victoria and Albert's, even though I've never eaten there.
Yeah.
This is my favorite restaurant that I go to every single time. I think it's the best food, best atmosphere, the best service, and that is Senora at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Now, Senora for me is just the total package. It is the balance of just everything that is good about eating. I know it's bizarre, but I just think it makes me enjoy my food that much more when I sit and eat at Senora. Now, Senora is located at Kidani Village, the DVC area of Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. And let's just do reverse order. The atmosphere is incredible. You are sitting downstairs under the lobby. You have these windows that go around the restaurants where you can see out over the savannah and see all these incredible animals like zebras and giraffes and just these amazing creatures. So it feels like you're eating in a safari. The service is incredible because you're talking to people from from the cultures of Africa and India and South Africa and South Africa and all these amazing different places. I just absolutely love the service there, and then the food. Okay, so if you go back to my first ever Disney Food Fridays, which there will be and more episodes, it's just been a bit crazy. I talked about the bread service at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge Senora. This bread service is just incredible. You have like 9 different condiments with there's just lots and lots of naan breads and just great Indian bread pieces. And you're just trying all these mild to spicy condiments, and it's just delicious. And then you got to have the butter chicken and the braised beef and lentils as your main. That's where it's at. And then you finish it off with like some cheesecake. Like it is the perfect package. You're eating this amazing meal across the savannah. You see amazing animals. The service is amazing. It's relaxed. It's quiet. You can't get any better than that. You just can't. It is the most hidden gem Disney restaurant in the whole of Disney, and it's my best. It's my favorite. So I'm curious whether you've eaten that.
So let me tell you about Sanaa. I am very upset I have not gone there yet because I had every single intention of going. But what happened was we had a reservation to another one of my picks that I haven't mentioned yet for lunch. And it was a late lunch. It was at like 1:30.
Right.
And our reservation for dinner at Sanaa was at 6. And we just ate so much food before we were supposed to go to Sanaa. We were just like no, because when we went, like I was determined. I was like, we're gonna go because the dessert menu is impressive too.
Yeah.
I looked at the dessert menu and there was stuff I'm not usually one to get dessert, but there was stuff on there that I wanted. There was like a coffee chocolate like hard shelled cake thing. I wanted that. I wanted like a bunch of different things on the menu. So I went there knowing I'm like, I want to get the bread service, the full shebang.
The full thing.
I want my entree, obviously, and I want to get dessert here. So we ate so much food at this other place that I was just like, there's no way. Like I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna spend all this money, but I'm not actually hungry. So like I don't want to do that. So we decided to put that off until another time, and I've still yet to try Sanaa, but I was so fascinated with the idea of sitting in that room and having like giraffes walk by the window while I'm eating. Like that's just so cool to me. And I love bread. I can't get enough of bread. The naan bread, I keep some of that at home because anything I get with like a spicy sauce, I like to have naan bread. I dip it. So good. So good. I'll even like at home, I'll make like Italian garlic breadsticks out of naan bread. It's amazing. But I can't wait to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna love it because I love naan bread, and I mean, how could I go wrong there getting it? But yeah, I can't wait to go.
And like I say, if you guys don't know really the cuisine of Sinai, it's kind of African mixed with Indian cuisine. And for us British people, we love our Indian food. So I'm used to the Indian flavors. But if you expect it to be spicy and have lots of like just heat, it's not that at all. Like you can have things that are much, much milder. It really does, do a very good job of balancing spice. So you will have some hot dishes, but spices is not always like heat. It's also just like the play and the textures of the spice textures and flavors. So some spices are a lot more mild than others. So you can have some really great food, and Sonaris, once you go there, you would want to go back every single time. I'm telling you, because it's that good. It is really that good. So I've never had a bad meal there. So, but yeah, guys. So we've done 2 already. I hope you guys have really enjoyed the first couple of our picks. Again, Megan, our other Disney Fiasco partner channel, is unable to be with us tonight, just because she is in the most magical place on earth. She is at Disney as Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. So we hope she's having an amazing time. So please go show her some love. I cannot talk tonight for some reason. And yeah, it's just been an awesome night so far. Make sure we're hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we're doing a really great job so far. We've had some great picks, and I'm getting very hungry, and it's midnight. So
Me too.
This is the problem. We start. This is the reason why we haven't done it for 16 episodes, because we knew going into this particular topic, we're going to get hungry.
Meg's probably over at Magic Kingdom right now, eating Disney food and laughing at us.
She's like Dole Whipping it and just.
I bet.
Yeah, like Cargo says, we love you, Meg. Yeah, go show Mickey's Magic some love. She's absolutely awesome. Our other partner channel, and you can find our stream over at theliveplace.com. So if you have any questions about our live streamers and family-friendly live streaming, please check out the Live Place. They are a great supporter of us. Awesome. Right, we are on to number 3 on number 3 round. Third round? I don't know. Third round. That's it. Yeah, food is calling, Cargo. Where are we heading?
Okay, so far for my picks, we've gone to Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and now I'm going to take us to Animal Kingdom.
Nice.
Now, what I'll say about this place, I will argue that it is the hands down best food in Animal Kingdom. And I would also say that this would have the chance to be my number 1 pick if all I was grading it on was based on the food alone and a couple select items. And let me explain that a little bit. So my third pick is the Yak and Yeti at Animal Kingdom. Yak and Yeti, hands down, has not only the best appetizer I have had in all of my experience ever eating at Disney World, but it has the best single entree I have ever eaten. The reason why that's something that hits on things that good is only number 3 is because I've also had probably about 6 things there that are just okay. They were fine. Like they didn't blow me away. They weren't amazing, but they were just fine. Haley might disagree with me. The things that I say that I thought were just like okay, she thought they were really good. So like it's all opinion. But in my mind, I've tried a bunch of things there. A lot of them were just okay. But now let me tell you, okay, the best things I've ever eaten in Disney World ever are the Yak and Yeti firecracker shrimp. That's an appetizer. And the Yak and Yeti tiki masala. That's an entree. There has been nothing to date that I've ever eaten on WDW property better than that food. Now, I will say the atmosphere is really cool. It kind of is in a little bit of an identity crisis, but it's like it's meant to be that way. It's like it's the Yak and the Yeti, and you got two kind of themes going on with that. You got kind of an Asian theme and kind of like a mountaineerist traveler theme, like kind of meshed in together. And then also the service is great. They're very accommodating. They're Disney cast members. I mean, what could you expect? But I will say that the service isn't on as point as some other big restaurants are. Jungle Skipper Canteen service is on point. They got a whole system lined up to where like you get a buzzer, you can leave, you can come back when your food's ready. They have a text you system. Yak and Yeti on a busy day is kind of like very hectic when you're in the lobby trying to get into your reservation or make a reservation or just see if tables are available. It's hectic. There's no system of texting or notifying or anything like that. It's hectic. For those reasons, it's not number one. But again, I can't stress enough, if all we're talking about is a single food item, an entree, and saying what's the best food, this would be number one. But with all considerations pending, this is number three for all of those reasons. And yeah, if you haven't been to Yak and Yeti, go there. Appetizers, firecracker shrimp, the fried green beans, okay? And the tiki masala. Their tiki masala is bar none out of this world. You get naan bread with the tiki masala to dip. It's over a jasmine rice. It's just, I can't, like, I love it so much. Now, and then they have like their noodle dish, like they have a whole bunch of different like lo mains. And the lo mains I just thought they're meh, like they're okay. And if you go and you like tiki masala, get it.
I couldn't agree with you more. I feel like if this was just like top like restaurants for food in just food, Yak and Yeti would be in my top 500%. Because I feel like the Yak and Yeti restaurant and its food is some of the best in all of Disney. Like you said, it is delicious. I love it. I had something that also I feel like people don't really get too much, and that was the Kobe beef burger with I had that with pepper jack cheese. I think we don't really have that in the UK, so I wasn't sure if it was pepper jack or American cheese. I can't remember what it was, but it comes with such different kind of. It came with different sides and different toppings, and using that Kobe beef was just amazing, and it just made the quality of a simple hamburger just something a little bit different. And I think what Yak and Yeti does so well with its food, it's very much fusion. It's fusion food. You get a lot of great or authentic aromatic Asian food mixed with things like burgers and tikka masalas. They're great, and I think they do such a great job with the food. And also, the Disney food is at Yak and Yeti. The Yak and Yeti restaurant is a third-party restaurant. It's not actually owned by Disney. It's a third party, so it's not actually a restaurant that Disney owns. And in a way, the food is just fantastic, maybe because of that reason. But again, I think the atmosphere is great. Sometimes I feel it can be a little bit too loud, but the thing that I feel like the reason why it didn't make my list was the service. And I think the service for me, there's nothing special about the service at Yak and Yeti. I think it's great. I think, it's fine, but that really brought it down off of my list when I see so many other restaurants that I feel like do have a little bit better service. So Yak and Yeti for the food, top 5, 100% go for it. Get the Kobe beef burger, get the masala, get the firecracker shrimp. But it didn't quite make my list just because I feel the service can be explored in a different way. I think it has a good opportunity, and I can see potential in something maybe a little bit different with the Yak and Yeti service. I think they can do like a theming or something. So I don't know. I really like it, and everyone's going to get really hungry, but I would definitely check out Yak and Yeti for sure.
And that's a great point, Dan. Like if I would use one word to describe the Yak and Yeti service, it would probably be messy. It's messy.
Yeah.
They're very nice. They're very nice. The the waiters there, they're kind, they're courteous, they're friendly, but it's messy. The system is not stapled down very well. So yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. That's the one thing that I mainly hit them on
Sure.
in a negative way is definitely the service.
Sure. But everyone needs to go there for the food because it's great.
It's
Awesome.
great.
All right. So we are at number 3, and we are gonna head over to perhaps my favorite pavilion at Epcot. And it's a restaurant that I just tried just recently. That I've been waiting to try for so long because my parents don't like pizza. Then, they like pasta, but they don't like pizza. But I've been waiting so long to have pizza there, and it is Via Napoli. Now, I love Italian food. You saw my vlog when I went to Rome. It was amazing. And I've been waiting a decade to go to Via Napoli because I've heard of its reputation and its amazing pizza. And let's take the food off the table right now. Let's take the food off the table right now and not talk about the food until I talk about the food. Atmosphere, incredible. I feel like I am in Rome or I'm in a Roman restaurant or an Italian restaurant straight away. It's busy, it's loud, you hear lots of Italian between the waiters and waitresses. You've got these huge stone ovens where they're just flipping out pizzas left and right. You can see them making the pizza. This feels like Italy for me. This is what Italy is all about. Italy is all about food and home cooking Italian food. And there is nothing I love more than walking into that restaurant and just seeing those ovens, seeing everybody making those pizzas and whipping them out one by one by one. And you're seeing them all on the tables, and it's so good. The atmosphere is exactly what it's all about. Hey, Angela, what is going on? And in terms of the service, now, I might be biased here, but I just love, like I said, I love Italians. I love getting to know Italians and the Italian culture. I have a degree in ancient Rome and ancient history, and I just love just learning about the history of Italy and Rome and a great empire. And I just love going to Rome and love talking to the Italians. I've got lots of Italian friends, so being able to talk to these Italian waiters and waitresses and discussing the difference between a Neapolitan pizza versus a Roman pizza, or talking about all these different things about what makes Italy such an amazing country. So for me, it's a bit biased. I love the service there. The Italians are just lovely, amazing people to talk to, and I just had a great time with them. And then the food, well, I mean, it's just the food is amazing. The pizza at Via Napoli, I'm saying it right now, it is the best pizza I've had in Florida. It's the best pizza I've had in the States, and that's saying a lot. Forget your New York pizzas, forget your Chicago pizzas. Via Napoli is where it's at. They bring in the special type of water and add it to the dough that makes it more authentic to a Roman pizza. Just the flavors, the mozzarella, the tomato sauce, it's just delicious. And you see them massive on the tables, and you just want to eat everything. I could go on for hours about the pizza, but I think everyone got the point. But just go there for the pizza. It's amazing. And I just love everything about this restaurant. I've been there once. I want to go there every single night now that I'm at Disney or in Epcot. So his passion for his restaurant is really showing. Need to try. Yes, that's it. This is what it's all about. And how I hope everyone is hungry. So that's hey, our Disney Adventures. What is going on? So yeah, Via Napoli, and I'm assuming with your background, I'm sure you've been to Via Napoli.
Oh yeah, so Dan, this is the first lineup I think that we got. So this is one of my honorable mentions, and we go to Via Napoli almost every single trip, because not only is the pizza fantastic, the service is so fun because it's actually people from Italy coming and talking to you and making suggestions and all that, but it's actually a money saver if you play it out right. So not only can you get a fantastic, authentic Italian dinner, amazing pizza, but their large pizza is enormous.
Yeah.
It's enormous. And for me and Haley, we ordered that large pizza. I think it's like $22, and that's enough to keep us full all day.
Yeah.
So we go there for $22. We get a large pizza, really, really good pizza. Like you said, Dan, I would agree. It's definitely the most authentic Italian pizza on property. I would definitely argue that Wolfgang Puck Express might be tastier.
Yep.
It's tough. It's tough. It's what's better quality via Napoli, hands down. And then it boils down to just kind of an opinion base of your palate.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, amazing pizza. And you just like what fine Disney restaurant, like good dining, like fine dining type atmosphere Disney restaurant can you really sit down at and say, oh yeah, my bill was $22 plus tip. Not only that, but we don't always just get the pizza. Their bread, their garlic bread, like the oil bread, is just absolutely out of this world. It's so good. We went there once, and I said, hey, suggest me an appetizer. They suggested us that, and now I find it hard-pressed to go there and not get it because it's just so good. I forget the exact name of the dish, but it's the bread appetizer. It's like the bread surface appetizer. It's just so good. Atmosphere is so good. The service is amazing. Like I said, it's got that World Showcase vibe. You have an awesome, authentic meal. You walk out of the restaurant, and it's like, oh, look, I'm in Italy. It's just amazing, amazing, amazing restaurant. And yeah, it also made it onto my list at actually number 5. So
yeah, it's just weird. I was just thinking about cost, right? You just talked about, how it costs like $22. Now, instead of going to Hollywood Studios and getting that horrible, puffy, pillowy pizza that you get at Rizzo's or the Sunshine Ranch Market, right? Let's say you're a family of 4. You got you have the father, the mother, and the 2 kids, right? That's around $40-50, okay? And that's 4 pizzas, and the pizzas there are just not great. You can go to Via Napoli and get a large pizza for $22, and that will fill your whole family.
Yep.
It just makes sense.
Really good one, too.
And it's really good compared to the pillowy, horribly greasy ones at Rizzo's. Like, it just makes sense. So I think it's, it had to be on my list, and I know it had to be on your list. It's just the food there is great, the atmosphere is amazing, and the service is awesome.
A little secret for you Florida natives, because me and Haley plan to do this like, well, when we first moved there, we're probably going to do it like once a week at least. Via Napoli does carryout.
No way.
Yeah, you can do carryout. You can call in and order. You can call in and order, say, I want a large pizza. You can come get it and bring it home. So for you Florida natives who are also annual pass holders, that could be something that you take advantage of.
Well, hopefully they carry out to the UK, because I'm starving right now. So also, I love that. I love the fact we could just talk about Via Napoli for such a long time, but I think we're gonna have to move on. Again, just like I said before, Megan unfortunately cannot be with us tonight. She is at Disney. She's at Walt Disney World as Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. So shows. Oh, I can't get this right. So show her some love and go subscribe to her channel. She's absolutely awesome. One of my partner channels, and Corey as well. My other partner channel. We are. It'll be awesome when we're all back together again, because you weren't here last week and she's not here this week. But hopefully next week it's all back together. So yeah, it's been crazy. So yeah, guys, this is episode number 16. I think we have time for one more round. So this will have to be your other honorable mention, I think. So go for it. Go for it.
So yeah, we covered my number 1, 2, 3, and 5. So this is my number 4. So this is the restaurant that kept me from Sanaa, because we ate so much food there at lunch the day we were planning to go to Sanaa for dinner.
Uh-oh.
So I think not only have we gone to a couple resorts between me and Dan, but we've hit on every single park now. But I don't think we've been to Disney Springs yet, have we?
We've not.
Well, this will take us there. Perfect. So my final honorable mention that I'd like to map out is the Boathouse. So I've heard mixed reviews about the Boathouse. I have yet to have a negative experience there. I tend to always get the same things. So let me just tell you what I've eaten there. And then maybe if you've eaten other things and have had negative experiences, you can kind of map out why. But it's always, for me, fish and chips, coconut shrimp, or fried clam strips. Every time at the Boathouse, that's what I get. I don't think I've ever had anything else. And I've been there upwards to 10 times. That's another place, same as Via Napoli, that we literally go to for at least one meal every single Disney trip. We never miss it. To me, the food is amazing. I've heard the same reviews from Haley as well. The atmosphere is so nice. It's like what you'd expect. I mean, for me, growing up in New England, being born and raised in New England, I'm very used to like the restaurant on the water, like really nice, like boat themed. And it really gives me that like feeling of, I guess, home, even though my home has changed many different locations over the years. I was born and raised in New England, right? So like stuff that reminds me of that does give me a little bit of a homey feel. And that definitely does it for me. And you're also on the water. You can see all the boats paddling out into the water with the captains in their captain uniforms driving the boats. And you're looking out past the water onto the rest of Disney Springs. Just such a beautiful, beautiful sight while enjoying incredible food. I mean, it's the Boathouse, so if you're going there, I'm assuming you're getting seafood, and I can tell you the seafood's good. I have not tried the non-seafood items. But yeah, and the only reason again why this wouldn't be higher on the list is because the service is just okay. When I go, I haven't really been like swept away with like, wow, that was really good service. No, I'm kind of like, usually I feel like I wait a little bit longer than I wish I was. Sometimes like I get that feeling where it's like, I want to get checked on so I can pay the tab, and then it lasts a little too long. So yeah, like I can confirm, like I've had experiences where like I've waited like 30 minutes for my bill to come back to me. That's terrible. Like that's like my worst, like my least favorite part of going out is waiting. Like when I'm ready to go and I'm full and I want to move on with my day, waiting for that bill to get back an excessive long period of time.
Yeah,
that's the worst. That's happened to me there at different intervals of time, but it's happened on multiple occasions. If it hadn't, and the service was a little bit more, the service was a little better, this, because of the food, may end up higher on my list. So
that's really interesting because a friend of mine who I met, a lot of people may know him in the chat, called Lou Mongello from WDW Radio. He's one of my biggest inspirations in terms of Disney content on YouTube, etc. He has many books, and if you watch his live streams, he adores the Boathouse. He knows the chef from the Boathouse. He knows the owner of the Boathouse. He is there like every week. He loves it. He says he's never had a bad meal there. And I've never eaten there. For me, I don't really like seafood. I don't mind fish, but it's shellfish I really can't stand. I have like a phobia to shellfish, but I can have like fish. And I've heard nothing but good things about the Boathouse, and I feel like it's something that I would want to try because there are non-fish items on it. I think they have steak and chicken and stuff like that. So I think it'd be kind of something I'd really like to do. And Lou has always said, I actually messaged Lou and asking him, I don't eat shellfish. I don't really eat seafood. Can I go to the Boathouse? And he messaged me saying, yeah, definitely go. It's the food is great. The service is very refined. It's nice. It's homely. And like you said, it reminds you of New England. And I've been to New England. I love New England. And obviously you're from New England. And I think it's something that I would love to try, especially as it has had that reputation. And it is, especially in a location where Disney Springs now, it's not downtown Disney anymore. It is so much more than that. I think we could talk about downtown Disney and Disney Springs another time. But there's so much food options there, and I think it's a great place to get some really great food. So really, really awesome. And if you can choose something from the Boathouse for me to try or to everyone else to try, what would you recommend?
So it wouldn't be for you to try, unfortunately, because shellfish is my thing.
Right.
But for the chat, if you're a fan of coconut shrimp, I know it's not hard to mess up coconut shrimp, even though I've gone to places where they did. The Boathouse's coconut shrimp is the best on property, in my opinion. If you like coconut shrimp, the Boathouse is the place to go to get it.
Awesome. I love it. That is an awesome pick. And we are heading near the end of the show, and I've got one more pick that I'd like to talk about. And this pick, I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot about it until 2 minutes ago. And I had to write it down because I feel like it's something that, for me, this screams atmosphere. We've talked about food via Napoli, Senora. We've talked about service, 50s Primetime, and Skip Canteen, but we haven't really talked about the best atmosphere at Disney. And this would definitely be a great contender to the atmosphere column. Now, this restaurant has a food challenge to it. The legendary kitchen sink. And we are talking about Beaches and Cream at the Beach Club. I love this small, tiny restaurant that has just become so popular that it is pretty much impossible to get a dining reservation there. You know, you have to be really, really lucky. And you could say that the atmosphere here is only incredible because of this food challenge, which is the kitchen sink. Now, I attempted the kitchen sink this trip. I only had maybe 3 or 4 small bowls full because I actually left my team so I can go hang out with Josh and Jenna and Arjons with Resort TV1. So I left them to it, but even they couldn't do it. And when you order the kitchen sink, I think it's like $30. It's really not too bad when you're all sharing it. There are sirens that go off and they're like, oh, we have the world famous kitchen sink with a whole can of whipped cream. A whole can. Like, it is literally the atmosphere just switches on. It is just like, right, they're going full out. Everybody in the whole room is like saying a whole can and like the world famous kitchen sink. Just because of this one dish, this one food challenge, it just changes the atmosphere of this restaurant, because not only is there's a spiel to this thing before it, you know, they place it right in front of you. Now every single diner is going to be looking at you, and that atmosphere changes because you are now the center of attention. You are now the target of everybody's food. Like, everyone wants to look at you because you want to see if you can attempt this kitchen sink. This was the most delicious food challenge I have ever had. And it's probably the only food challenge I've ever had. And it's really just delicious. It's amazing. And the service is great because they're all in character. And I'm not a big sweet person. I don't love my sweet stuff as much as my savory stuff. But just because of the atmosphere and the service as a whole and the ice cream, this, without a doubt, had to go on my list. I am so glad I remembered it 4 minutes ago. So yeah, it is a really amazing restaurant and an amazing challenge. In terms of food, you know, they do like savory stuff like burgers and hot dogs, which is nothing special, but you're going there for the ice cream. So yeah, that's a good way to end my pick with some dessert. So Corey, what do you think of the kitchen sink and Beaches and Cream as a whole?
I have never eaten there. I have peeked my head in before, but I've never actually eaten there. And so, like Cargo said, she can't do the dairy, I think she was saying. I'm not supposed to. I'm technically lactose intolerant,
Yep.
but I make exceptions often. I often make exceptions for a lot of things, like the Dole Whip swirl. I'm gonna have that. I make quite a few exceptions,
Sure.
but I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could handle the kitchen sink.
I couldn't handle it.
There might be a hospital involved after something like that. But Yeah, I mean, it's definitely lands on the atmosphere and service. I mean,
Yeah,
I can tell you that without even being there, because I mean, I've seen it.
you've seen it.
I've seen what goes down there, and it's a really cool thing.
That's why it's legendary. That's why everyone knows about it, because they know of the atmosphere and they know of the of what it's all about. So, and this restaurant really has just had an amazing reputation, and I really enjoyed it. Leanne goes, "Such a fun stream. I feel like I've gained 10 pounds." I told you, you need food to
And
get through this one.
uh,
um,
Wishing Mouse mentioned in chat that Garden Grill is the best restaurant at Walt Disney World. So I would have that on my list if it didn't have character meet and greet, because one of our conditions was no character meet and greets. But Garden Grill is amazing. The food is amazing, and you also the restaurant twirls around and you get to see part of the actual Living with the Land ride, which is one of my favorites. It just makes me so happy, that ride. So Garden Grill is an awesome location as well.
and for sure, we will be talking about our favorite character meals for sure. Because I don't think we'll do it anytime soon, because everyone will probably still be hungry from then. But we will certainly be doing our favorite character meals when Megan returns as well. But let's run back through our list before we wrap up. So, what is your full list for today?
All right, so we had Jungle Skipper Canteen at Magic Kingdom, Tappin' Edo at Epcot in the Japan Pavilion. We had Yak and Yeti at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We had Via Napoli back at Epcot in the Italy Pavilion. And then we had the Boathouse at Disney Springs. And then one more honorable mention, which as of last year is no longer with us. Rest in peace, Portobello's at Disney Springs. You were the best Italian restaurant I've ever dined at.
Wow, great choice. I never ate there. Those are some really interesting. Fantastic list. I'm now super hungry. But really, really awesome. My list went like this. I had 50's Primetime Cafe as number 1, Senora at number 2 at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Via Napoli at number 3, Beaches and Cream at number 4, and Trails End at number 5. Trails End is just one of the most hidden gems in all of Walt Disney World. But I did have a couple of other smaller honorable mentions. Mama Melrose, I think, has great theming and great service and atmosphere, as well as the food's pretty good. Coral Reef at Epcot, you're sitting in front of the aquarium, you see sharks and stuff while you're eating fish, so you're kind of putting them off a little bit. It's great. And Raglan Road at Disney Springs, like where you can sit in the evening and watch some Irish dancing, and that's really, really just enjoyable. I really like Raglan Road as well. So great Irish food, Irish stew, shepherd's pie. Trust me, that's where it's at. But that was a really awesome. Look, it's nearly 1 a.m, and now I'm starving. I am so hungry.
Order some takeout from Via Napoli.
Oh, sorry, I didn't quite get that.
I said order some takeout from Via Napoli.
Dude, if I could have Via Napoli pizza right now, I so would. Morty Mouse is here. What up, my friend? How are you doing? Captain Akron is here as well. But that was an awesome list. I really had a lot of fun, and I look forward to doing another food list at some point in the future. Not too near future, because I'll still be full from this one. But yeah, episode number 16 is in the books, my friend.
Yes, it sure is. And welcome to Morty. Thanks for jumping into the chat. Nice to see you.
It's good.
It's crazy, man. Because 16 episodes. That's like what The Walking Dead has in a season. And we have as many episodes as season 8 of The Walking Dead. That's pretty cool.
16 episodes in a row. That's crazy. That is amazing. And like again, guys, thank you so much to everybody who come every single week to come join us and talk about Disney and talk about our favorite things about Disney and Disney World. You may agree, you may disagree, but that's all about, that's all the fun. And we'd like to hear what your opinions are and your favorite restaurants and your favorite food and what you put on a pizza. Like that's what it's all about. And So yeah, it's been a really, really great evening. I didn't burn a steak today. Rob, you're getting the hang of it, my friend. So yeah, we are looking forward to having Megan back next week. Like I said earlier, she's at Disney World right now. She's having an amazing time. So please go check out my partner channel, Mickey's Magic. Megan is an awesome channel, really awesome. Please go check her out over on her. And someone please put that in the chat. That'll be absolutely awesome. And my other partner channel, Corey Fiasco, dude, like you're killing it again. Like you're now nearly at 1,300 subs, 1,400 subs, 2,000, like 2,000, 3,000 subs, something like that.
Whatever the last and highest number you mentioned, let's go with that.
Guys, if you haven't checked out Corey Fiasco, I'm pretty sure everybody here is subscribed to Corey Fiasco. Please, please do. He is an absolutely awesome, awesome friend. Awesome pin trader, awesome Disney, just all-round great Disney guy. And we can't wait for you to move down to Disney soon. And shout out to Haley, who does a lot of the backstage work with your channel as well. So again, thank you so much for stopping by, my friend.
Hey man, thanks for having me here again. It was a lot of fun talking about food with you. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the chat next week.
Awesome. And you can find him on Instagram at PinFiasco as well. And also all the links to my partner channels will be in the link down below. Again, thank you so much to the Live Place who put my channel up puts up Disney Fiasco on their website every single week. So please check out the Live Place. And thank you to everybody here in the chat. Again, you are not my subscribers, you are my friends. Yet, whether we've yet met or not, but you guys are absolutely awesome. And thank you so much for stopping by. Tomorrow, vlogs will be back up as normal. I know this week has been a very slow week for me. Been moving, as you can tell. But we are back. We got Wi-Fi and a vlog should be up tomorrow. That should be really exciting. So I hope you guys really, really enjoyed Disney Fiasco episode 16, and episode 17 will be back same time next week. Please check me out on Twitter and Instagram as well. And like I always say, guys, live your life with a smile each and every day, and I'll see you guys real soon. Have a great night, guys. See ya.
Good night, guys.